It is 5:07. Welcome to a Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Ron Futrell in for Kevin Wall today. The Mega Millions jackpot soars to $636 million. We're going to chat about that. I think we're going to win this thing today. I mentioned, guys, that the odds of us being able to win the Mega Millions jackpot or talk to Pete Rose today. We haven't won the Mega Millions jackpot yet, but I'm feeling good about it now, too. But we do have Pete Rose on the line, Charlie Hustle himself. Pete, thank you very much. Appreciate you joining us here on KXNT this afternoon.
Well, it's always a pleasure talking with you. And what we're going to talk about, rule changes?
Oh, what do you think?
Basketball or football? What do you want to talk about?
I do want to talk about football, but first let's get into rule changes, because I guarantee you everybody, when baseball talked about changing its rule for home plate collisions, thought about you and Ray Fosse, 1970 All-Star Game. What are your thoughts about baseball changing this rule, outlawing home plate collisions?
Well, first of all, anytime you can eliminate concussions or make any game safer, I'm for that. However, on the same token, you follow sports as well, probably as much as I do. Name me a catcher that's got a concussion in the last 10 years.
Buster Posey broke his leg, but that wasn't a concussion.
That was not a concussion. So I understand concussions in football. I understand concussions in hockey. The guy that got a concussion a couple of years ago was Justin Morneau, correct?
Right, yes.
Okay, how'd he get it? Sliding into second base, hitting the shortstop's knee. I always thought that was part of the game, just like this year's World Series when Molina had the collision at home plate and he held onto the ball. Both players got up, pat each other on the ass, and went about their business. If catchers don't want to get hurt at home plate, my advice to them is quit blocking home plate. I can't wait to see the first argument that comes up because of this collision rule. I don't know how they're going to tweak it. I don't know which. Are you going to be able to? Because you have a collision at home plate, someone's going to be at the blame. Is it going to be the runner? Is it going to be the catcher? Or runner's going to start playing like they did in the Pro Bowl 2 years ago? That
right.
Made us all sick. Because collisions are part of the game. It's just like breaking up a double play is part of the game. I'm not trying to hurt catchers. I mean, in the 70 All-Star game, if you want to know the truth, Fosse had the plate blocked without the ball, and that's against the rules. And I hit him before the ball got to him. I started to slide head first, but if I slide, I'm going to break both my collarbones because he's straddling the line about 2 feet up the line to third base. And I went over and I tagged him with my hand. Now, the reality of that situation is this. I missed the next 3 games. He did not miss a game. He went on to play 9 more years. So people who said I ruined his career, they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
No, you're exactly right. No, and those facts are important. So now I'm trying to figure a scenario, and you're exactly right. What is a catcher going to look like at home? Is a catcher supposed to stand to one side or the other of the plate and wait for the ball to come and then reach out and tag a runner as he goes by them? How silly is that? That's not baseball.
What they want to happen is the catcher to be having the ball at home plate and you or I just sliding into him. Go ahead and tag me. Okay, I won't try to be safe. Just go ahead and tag me. It's the coach's fault for sending me because I'm out by 5 feet or I'm out by 8 feet. So, but there again, they got to tweak it. Just like they got to tweak the instant replay. Now, baseball started in 1869 with the Cincinnati Red Stockings. And to my knowledge, the only rule changes in baseball have been the DH, of course. We all know about that.
Right.
And after the 68 season, they lowered the mound. I don't know if any other rules have been changed in baseball. And if you go by what's going on with these guys, the salaries they're getting and the money they're making, I'd have to say baseball is doing pretty well right now. So why do we have to change a bunch of rules?
Do you think this is an overreaction to what's gone on in the NFL?
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
I really do, because I don't know if anybody that's on the rules committee, I don't know if they played baseball or not. I don't know if they're just a bunch of smart suits sitting in an office in New York. But actually, sure, you're going to react to concussions in football because I think there's a concussion in football every game that's played.
Multiple.
Yes.
Yeah, multiple.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like I said, you can't name me a catcher that's got a concussion in the last 10 years. I'll even give you 15 years. I played 24 years, and to my knowledge, nobody I ever played with or played against got a concussion.
No, good point. And you played some catcher. You played, I think, in at least one game. You played all 9 positions.
Oh, I remember one time the year after the Fosse incident, and my advantage was there, was he was reaching for the ball and I hit him. You can't concentrate on two things. I remember the next year we're playing the Dodgers,
right,
opening week of the season, and I'm on third base and I'm going on contact. And the guy hits one back to the pitcher, and he throws it to Duke Sims, who's catching for the Dodgers.
The Las Vegas guy, Duke Sims.
Yes.
Yes.
He still lives there, actually.
Yeah, he still lives here in town.
Duke hit me. I ran into Duke, and he hit me so hard. I was playing left field. I was dizzy for 3 innings because he had the advantage because he had the ball waiting for me. But if you're reaching out as a catcher, reaching for the ball, you can't concentrate on catching the ball and resisting the runner. It's just impossible to do. So let's see how this pans out before we start bad-mouthing anybody. But I just don't see where baseball needs to make really any rule changes. I thought baseball was doing pretty good.
On the Land Rover Las Vegas hotline with us, Pete Rose, 17-time Major League Baseball All-Star, and you're signing autographs at Mandalay Bay. You're back in town doing that, and I know you moved around to different places, but you've got when are you going to be at Mandalay Bay so people can come out there and see it?
I'm actually at Mandalay Place at the Art of Music store, which is on the way to Luxor from Mandalay.
Right there in that that walkway.
Of course, Richard Watt got us on here, right?
Richard did, and thank you, Richard. Yes, did, and it's a great place there that you can go there, sign autographs, and you've done a great job. I've enjoyed the times of being able to sit down and talk baseball with you and talk sports with you. And Super Bowl, who do you like this year in this? I want to get your thoughts on Super Bowl. Are you with everybody else going that it's going to be Seattle against Denver in the Super Bowl this year?
I don't know if it's going to be Seattle. I don't know if it's going to be Denver, but I think you're probably going to have to go through those two places to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not so hung up on Kaepernick. If he has a good game in Seattle, I think San Francisco could beat them. They beat them last week, but they didn't beat them handily like we thought they would, 19-17 or something like that. But who's going to get hot at the right time? That's what it's going to boil down to. I mean, Denver, they got the greatest quarterback maybe in the history of quarterback and Manning, and the kid from Seattle is having a great year, and they got a good defense. So it's going to be interesting, but it never plays out the way we think it's going to play out.
All right, Pete Rose, thank you very much for joining us today. Good luck in Vegas. Always love it when you're here in town, and this is second home to you here. Go Buckeyes.
Give me a call anytime. Go Buckeyes.
Go Buckeyes.
Right.
Go Buckeyes. All right. Thank you, Pete Rose. Appreciate that. And so that means now, what were we saying? The odds of us being able to get Pete Rose on the line and win the Mega Millions jackpot, $363 million.